EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Just about set for football. Blake Grupe is ready to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Henry. Runs through the contact. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 6. Henry up the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
Rattler wants to throw it. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Austin. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Saints are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own.
Wait.
They'll look to throw. And he'll get in. And they take an 8-7 lead. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of will.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So, Charles, a dangerous throw to the outside there, and it's going to wind up costing him 6 points.
Well, those are the ones that cornerbacks drool over because they've got their eyes locked on the quarterback the whole way. And I'm sure he was visualizing that play and making his break before the ball was even thrown.
Grupe able to add the PAT.
And the lead is up to 8. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. Inside the 10.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick 6.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and where he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
On a point after, good by Grupe.
And the lead is up to 15 now. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Fighting him off. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
Well, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Crescent City of New Orleans and the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints. The kicker, Blake Grupe, set to start it. And off we go from the Superdome. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll throw to begin with Purdy. Gets this one into the hands of Jauan Jennings. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Out of the gun, it's Purdy. Open man is Jennings. And he's got this up close to the 35-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Second and 7. Throwing is Purdy. They'll try to set up the screen to McCaffrey. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. On third down, it's Purdy. Through the air, connecting with Debo. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. Has his man, it's Samuel. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Throwing again is Purdy. Samuel there to make the catch. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he's in! George Kittle! Touchdown, 49ers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this one out. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Rattler to open with a pass. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. On the ground, this is Kendre Miller. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. Throwing now is Rattler. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. We are through 1. 7-0 is our score. More from New Orleans after this. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
to the left side in the hands of Hill. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down. Looking to throw, Rattler, and that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the...
And he will get into the end zone. Oscar Moreau. Touchdown, New Orleans. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. Here comes the return from a yard or two deep. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Now Purdy. Going right back to Samuel. He's got it again. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. Purdy now. He'll throw on 1st down. And that ball incomplete over the middle. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time. It's 2nd down. They'll throw again with Purdy. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Purdy going to give this one to McCaffrey.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
Here's Purdy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He keeps it himself. They get 11 and quickly pick up the 1st down.
And this is one of the downfalls to man coverage, Mike. Anytime the defender's eyes are so locked in on their responsibility, there's not a lot of guys with eyes on the quarterback. In this case, he escapes the pocket, becomes a runner, and there is a lot of room to operate.
There he goes again.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
To throw, it's Rattler. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now Rattler gonna throw. This one is caught by Moreau. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
It just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half.
This is like a textbook, methodical, efficient NFL drive. 4 for 4 throwing the ball, mixing in some run. You're just marching the ball downfield at your will, and they get a fresh set of downs now to see if they can convert this nice drive into some points.
This one caught at the 4. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here comes Blake Grupe for this field goal drive. This, about as short as you can get. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. So we have reached halftime, and it's a 4-point game. As we'll head over to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He has the EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this up past the 20. And that's where they'll set up shop. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Austin brought in motion. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that didn't fool anyone. They'll chase him down behind the line of scrimmage. Here's Rattler. Short pass taken in by the tight end. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play. Rattler now back to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. It's a pickup of 12 as they wind up converting on 4th down. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. From out of the gun, he'll throw. He gets that to his tight end, Moreau. And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success. He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll look to throw yet again. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one, take it in. Touchdown, Saints. Blake Grupe comes on for the extra point. That one is no good, not even close. He missed it wide to the left, and the score remains right where it's at. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. First and 10. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's going to send it downfield for Ayuk. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
The Niners will use the first of their timeouts.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this third quarter.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter.
17, 49ers 7.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And he will go all the way. Taysom Hill, one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Oh, this is a push. He missed it. No good. And that'll keep the score right where it is. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Purdy. A dive and a catch. Incredible. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a 1st down in this spot. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's Purdy. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the intended receiver there. 3rd down coming up. Again in the air for Purdy. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
That's caught. And he will score. Game on. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, very big touchdown there, makes it a 10-point game, and now a chance to tighten this down to a 1-possession game.
Yeah, absolutely, Mike. You have to go for 2 here. You got to get this thing down to 8. But this offense now has given themselves at least a chance to make a run here down the stretch in the 4th quarter.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally as big, though. We're going to try to make it a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. So they got half of what they need. The deficit is 8, but now the critical onside kick attempt.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Throwing now is Rattler. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Foster Moreau. Touchdown Saints. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. That ball's going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Purdy. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
He runs with it.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Able to complete it to Ayuk. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
First down, 49ers.
Still some hope. Keyword some. No timeouts. They need 2 scores, and it's 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete. Here's 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And the 49ers first down.
1st and 10. Purdy. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, 49ers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. So they take the shot downfield, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown. What a big play that is, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike. And the key to a play like this is when the ball travels this far in the air, they teach you, don't look back, look up, because that's where the ball will be. And in this case, he was able to secure it and come away with a big touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Looking to throw, Rattler. He's going to dial up another deep ball. And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
The tackle made at the end zone 49.
Here's Rattler. He'll look underneath here and find Kamara. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL. just west of the world-famous Las Vegas Strip. We're at the site of Super Bowl 58, Allegiant Stadium, here in Las Vegas. The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go from Vegas. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. He's got room to run right at the start. Alvin Kamara. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, New Orleans. Terrific way, Greg, to get this game started. Able to get the opening touchdown and do it with a long run.
Mike, anytime you can create explosive plays in the run game, you're definitely going to take it. And they're going to be able to build on those plays as the rest of this game moves along.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Here comes a return from the end zone. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Here's Ritter to throw on the first play. He's going to look for the home run ball. That is hot. And he will dive into the end zone. 82 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with the pass play for 6.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. From the back line of the end zone, a surprise, he's bringing it out.
Recovered by the receiving team.
Ready? They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Rattler now back to throw. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Kamara got a first down, still going. Big gain on the ground here as he takes this up past the 40-yard line.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down. Now Rattler gonna throw. He finds Austin with the grab. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Throwing is Rattler. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And third down coming up. To throw, it's Rattler. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he will score. Cedric Wilson. Touchdown, New Orleans. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Ritter. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. From the shotgun, it's Ritter. And that is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And that is incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained, and I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
They're going on fourth down. Ritter. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Give him 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
Every team in the league has their own set of scramble rules. And what that means, Mike, is when the pocket breaks down and the quarterback gets flushed, everyone understands, based on where they are in the field, how they can remain friendly to the quarterback. Great execution here.
Here we go.
Throwing now. Ritter on first down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Here we go, set. Hey, no fear. Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Ritter. He's going to look downfield once again. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
What can I say, Mike? Good things happen when you get the ball to your tight end, but in all seriousness, think about what this guy has to handle in the passing game. Not only to be the possession guy, convert first downs underneath, but then have the ability to be the matchup to get downfield and be vertical in the passing game. There's not a lot of tight ends around the league that can do.
He puts it up, and it's caught. T.J. Turner. Touchdown, Raiders. Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. He'll start the drive with Miller. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. Second down and 8. He'll look to throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 30-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 38 yards. He'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to play in a tight one-point game in this first half. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Here's Miller. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rattler. He'll tuck it and take off. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up 1st and goal.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Kamara going to try to pull his way in. And he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he may have come back a little bit. And now it is 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Kamara. And he's going nowhere. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it's 4th and goal.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. This defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This taken at the 5. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. On first down, it's Ritter. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we hit halftime with the visiting Saints in front as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line.
Green. Set. Ultra. Go ultra. Set.
On the ground, here's Zamir White. And the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll send their tight end left. On second down, it's Ritter. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. He's got it! And they're not going to catch up to him. He will score! 73 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. And this one is blocked. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Recovered by the receiving team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he's going to have this one up near the 28.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. He's going to tuck it and go.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll look middle here. It's caught by Hill. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Here's Rattler. Now a screen set up for Miller. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. Looking to throw. Rattler. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Saints first down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
Love the idea of going for it on fourth down. Anytime you're on your opponent's side of the field, Mike, you have to take advantage of that field position. You're too long for a field goal, but you're too close to the end zone to punt it. So going for it on fourth down is definitely the right move. Now you've got to take advantage of it and don't let it go to waste.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL. On the handoff, this is Miller. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Rattler now back to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Pola-Mao. He's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Vegas. Carlson now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Raiders will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Right back to the air following that pick 6. Now he'll air one out. That's caught! And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now Rattler going to throw. That's complete. It is Foster Moreau. Second and a yard. Throwing is Rattler. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
It's only a yard, but a big yard. 4th and 1. To throw, it's Rattler. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ritter. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
On 2nd down, Ritter. That is incomplete.
Just didn't quite get enough into that ball. You see sometimes the pressure, the rush, force a quarterback to throw the ball off his back foot. And I think there was a little bit of that here at play. You have to be willing to step up, even in the face of pressure, and get enough behind that ball to put that one a little bit more on the money.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Cedric Wilson back to receive. That is fielded at the 20. Oh, no fair catch, and he pays the price. Big shot to make sure this return didn't even get started. Here's first down. They'll drop to throw. First down throw there is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from.
That is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Merritt. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is something we see so often out of these young quarterbacks, Mike, is their inability to manipulate.
We are down on the Bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Grupe to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Second down, here's Barkley again.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Let's go.
A 1st down carry now for Miller.
And he's got it down to the 28. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Rattler.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Toss wide side. This is Kamara. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
3rd down and 6.
They run it again with Kamara. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to...
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Saquon Barkley, 72 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, he's got a man complete. Down the right sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Saints have regained the lead. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Hurts. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. From the gun, it's Hurts. That one complete down the field to Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 49 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time I think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Completes it to Austin. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here's Rattler.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Throwing is Rattler.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Throwing once more. Here's Rattler. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
This 2nd and 4.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Here's Hurts to throw. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Rattler wants to throw it.
Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. taken down just shy of midfield. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
2nd down and 3.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
But that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Kamara up the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
They'll throw. Here's Rattler.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now flags will come in, and I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
So from the 17, here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
To the air is Rattler.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
Here's Blake Grupe now for the Saints field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Up the middle with Barkley. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
148 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
A handoff to Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Barkley.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Obviously, the thought process is to score a touchdown there on 1st and goal, but that loss, that's not critical. Holding on to the football is. Make sure they come away with no less than a field goal in the lead. That's uppermost in their minds.
That's caught at the 1. Touchdown.
Grant Calcaterra.
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. He's back to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, fourth quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
From the gun, here's Rattler.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Pitch and catch to Moreau, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Let's go.
Rattler from the gun, 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man.
Game, baby. Game, baby.
It's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Long ride home, huh?
Charles, that drive was perfect. Methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.
Welcome to the historic Inner Harbor of Baltimore, Maryland. Just a stone's throw away, you find M&T Bank Stadium, the home of the Ravens. The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go, here in Baltimore. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Ready.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll move this ahead for about 4 yards. Michael Pierce there to meet him.
Okay, ready?
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Down. Set.
They'll go again here with Kamara. They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
6. Mega. Let's go now.
Throwing now is Rattler. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Ready, break. Shot, 17. Ready. Cut.
Now Rattler gonna throw. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And he will score. Jawan Johnson. Touchdown Saints. Terrific way to start this one, Greg, on the opening drive. Getting the ball in the air, down the field, and into the end zone for 6.
We wondered all week, Mike, if this secondary would get tested, especially as the game progressed. Well, we didn't have to wait very long. I mean, a big play early, and we got ourselves a 6-0 ball game.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Hardy now with the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Middle.
Bateman is the motion man. First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
Quick. 13. You change it.
Bateman is the motion man. They'll go again here with Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36.
Go. Hey. Middle.
Jackson looking to throw. He's got his tight end, Mark Andrews. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. Jackson to his big target, Andrews, for the Baltimore first down. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score. We'll be back in Baltimore after this.
On one, ready?
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Hey, middle. Report. 13.
No motion over Flowers.
Hey, middle. Touch.
2nd down. Jackson. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 2. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. To throw, it's Rattler. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterback's lucky on that one, Mike, that ball ended up just harmlessly falling to the ground. It was that initial pressure that got to him that forced the errant throw. And fortunately for this offense, that ball didn't end up going the other way.
Here we go.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. On the handoff, it's Kamara. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Throwing is Rattler. Now a short one caught by the tight end Johnson. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a 1st down with that catch.
52 blasted. Set, hunt.
Rattler now back to throw. 2 minutes to play. 1st half. All tied at 7. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Rattler. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Here's Rattler.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Rupee's kick is good. And the Saints will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Bateman is the motion man.
No.
On 1st and 10, Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. Jackson now on 2nd down. Open man, that's Bateman downfield. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 89 yards. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
On the ready. Striker. 3-3. Here we go. Here we go. Cut.
Back to throw here to begin the drop. A throw left side taken in by Wilson. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half.
Hand cycle. Here we go. Set. Set.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he will be out of bounds. No time left on the clock. And that is the final action here in this first half. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man.
13. Let's go. Get high.
A first down throw for Jackson.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. Alontae Taylor is there for the stop. Third down, 3 to go. They'll try and run for this with Henry. He's inside the 30. The speed on display. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. Point after now from Tucker. It's up and good. And the Ravens are out to a 21-10 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Drill 52. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
A great job of knowing when to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
97.
He'll look to throw. That one complete to Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
17.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the goal line and in. Juwan Johnson. Touchdown, New Orleans. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
That's going to wind up incomplete. They try for 2, and it does not pan out. After the touchdown, it's Grupe to kick this one away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man.
Go ahead.
Jackson now to throw on 1st down. To the tight end, Likely. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 33-yard line.
So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. On the give, here's Henry. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up 1st downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
You change it. Go. Set up.
Going to go right back to Henry. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Hey, middle.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And he will wiggle his way forward for a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down.
Yo. 180.
In motion comes Andrews. They'll drop to throw. A throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he is very close to the first down, but eyeball, he is shy of it. And they say it's 4th and inches. They'll run for it with Henry. And he will not be quite able to stretch the ball out. They're going to mark him down after that huge run all the way to the 1.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the 4th quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts, and they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Go with their fullback trying to get it. And this is going to be a touchdown. First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from the Superdome. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. First carry now for Alvin Kamara. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, he certainly turned that into something on the move. Downfield, looked like he was gaining yards, but then loses control, and the defense comes up with a turnover.
Early on, Mike, it looked like it was going to be a really good play by the quarterback, turning to his legs, getting some pretty good yardage with his feet. But then he failed to not only protect himself, but mostly protect the ball. Defense is able to put a hit on him, jar the ball loose, and now they'll take over after the big takeaway.
Herbert to throw on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Disley downfield. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Charger first down. Now Herbert. And he's got Palmer. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Just a beautiful ball there by the quarterback. And the point I want to make here, Mike, and make sure the viewer understands is, in the NFL, if you have to wait for a guy to be open and then deliver the ball, it's too late. So often these quarterbacks throw their guy open. They anticipate where the void in the coverage is going to be. That's exactly the reason this play worked out here, Mike, and he's able to connect here for a big touchdown.
And he misses the extra point. No good, and this will remain a 6-0 game. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Now Rattler gonna throw. This one is caught by Moreau. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll try and run for this with Kamara. To take this inside the 40 to the 39, but most importantly, they've got it. That's a first down. To throw, it's Rattler. This one grabbed by Austin. It'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking.
And he's in. Cedric Wilson Wilson. Touchdown, Saints.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
First and 10. They'll run it with Gus Edwards. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Herbert. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He connects with Palmer on that one. He is in. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, L.A. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
So now Herbert and the Chargers will go for 2.
The Chargers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Shotgun now for Herbert. That's going to be caught. So add a couple more points, and they add to their lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
Here we go, set.
On first down, they'll start out with Kamara. And tough running there. He's up to the 32. Derwin James, the former All-Pro, in on the tackle. Throwing is Rattler. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up. Throwing now is Rattler. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
It's 4th down.
They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's going to be caught.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
Finding space at the 15. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Gus Edwards. Touchdown, Chargers. big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Dicker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chargers will take a 21-7 lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's Rattler. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick. Picking up the first down. Looking to throw. Rattler. He'll try to hit him with a screen. On the move past the 40. They get 14 out of the screen, and it's a first down.
How often do we see, Mike, the running back, they get a little too antsy and they go a little too fast on these screen plays. In this case, great job by the back. First, he let his offensive lineman go out. He then follows behind. That's the key to a good screenplay.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And it's a reception for Taysom Hill. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one intercepted. Picked off by Derwin James. And the Chargers will take over at their own 14-yard line.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Throwing on first down is Herbert. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. Now Herbert throwing on 2nd down. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Will Dissly. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Chargers add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Rattler now back to throw. He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. to throw. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. He'll look to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. He finds Austin with the grab. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll look to throw yet again. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Davis now to return it. Whoa. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Herbert now on first down. That one into the hands of Smart. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a first down. From the gun, it's Herbert. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. Herbert to throw on second down. Now a ball thrown deep for Johnston. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Alabama. So we hit halftime, and the visiting Chargers are on top, as we'll send you over to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman standing by. He's got the EA Sports halftime report. Coach, third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Herbert now on first down. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Brought in by the tight end, Hayden Hurst with the catch. They get 14 on that hookup, and the Chargers have the first down. Here's Dobbins. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Throwing, Herbert. He's going to run it. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10. Fake the handoff. Now Herbert. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that will lead to a second down. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he's in. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown, L.A. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
52 blaster. Here we go, set.
Now Rattler gonna throw. This one grabbed by... Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Chargers have it.
Mike, we hear that